Okay guys, welcome back. This is the fourth race that I'm recording today. I kind of get addicted to this even though we are absolute shite at the moment. I'm going to take a look at our cars to see how many more parts we have coming in. Rear wing we have... Okay, so in development 1. I think maybe we should do one more. I guess we can't. All right, so let's take a look at our list. We will have a rear wing. I think this already came in today. Another rear wing in 3 days. Front wing research in a couple days. New aerodynamic testing period begins or ends and then begins. So let's just simulate through some of these days here. All right, so we got that one wing. Now we have... Yeah, let's manufacture one more because I think we only have one spare one. That should get to us in time for the next race at Silverstone. We'll continue simulating here. Front wing research for next year is complete. Suspension low stock. The chassis is about to be completed in 7 days. When's the race? 1 week. I'd rather not. I'd rather just wait until the new chassis is finished and then we can just manufacture that. Okay, so that's the extra rear wing. Actually, I think we need new suspension, don't we? How many of these do we have? In warehouse 1. Okay, so we'll manufacture one of that. Rear wing manufactured. Alex's contract ends soon. Nicholas's contract ends soon. Okay, let's go to development. We need to develop new cars here. Let's take a look at our rank on grid. This is low speed, medium speed, high speed, top speed, and acceleration. We did just develop a new one of these side pods. We can probably go with new side pods. 3.2, and we'll go 42 days here. If we just max these all out. That looks good to me. $29 days for new side pods. That looks good for me. Ah, yes, we need to renew contracts. I think I'm just gonna... sign Jack Doohan. I'm going to renew his contract for car 1. Let's see if he'll take this one. P12? Okay, fine, P15. Yeah, okay. Goodbye, Latifi. You are gone. We are going to sign Jack Doohan or Dennis Hauger? It's car 2, car 1. Who do we know is a good driver here? We got Corsair. Piastri is up here. 21 years old. ART or Prima. Alright, we'll go with him. Car 2. You get 2 seasons. We'll start you off at 700,000. And we'll give you a $100,000 signing bonus. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've said goodbye to Nicholas Latifi, who was just absolute crap in every single race. Always 30 seconds behind. We've got Jack Doohan now in car number 2. Corsair is in the reserve role. I might split him when in the FP1 duties every once in a while. And then maybe next year I'll have Corsair take over the full-time duties as our car number 2. But Alex is now in car number 1. Low affinity, good affinity. Yeah, maybe we'll have the better feedback guy go with the rookie just to get us better setups for him. And that is it. New race simulator. Perfect, just in time for our new driver. Okay. Let's go take a look. We've got $9 million. No, I think I want to save our money for wind tunnel. So we will save a little bit of cash for now. We'll upgrade our wind tunnel. We got a new chassis. We've also got new suspension. You know what? Let's go develop that chassis. $750K. Install in car 1, install car 2. Manufacture, normal 2. Please don't crash, guys. Please don't crash. Okay, performance, reach Q3. Yeah, okay. Good morning, monthly carb report. All right, so we're seeing some 11ths, 17ths, 13ths for acceleration, so that's good. Board confidence check-in. We have high confidence. Financial report. Let's take a look at our financial report. Season balance, we're in the blue. Monthly balance, we're in the green. Cost cap, we're still in the blue. Sponsorships, we're in the blue. Suspension manufactured, chassis design completed. All right. And as always, this video today is brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart. We wouldn't be doing these videos without the help of Kickstart. And hopefully somebody at Mountain Dew will see this and see me bitching and complaining about it every single episode, and they'll decide to sponsor me. All right, so here we are in FP1, guys. Alex is now in our first car. Let's pick the hards. Do our typical 20 laps. Setup. Let's see. Pretty balanced track here. And that was easy. Just anti-roll distribution all the way to the left for now. That looks good. We'll do the same with Jackie Boy over here. Run plan, 20 laps. Car setup. Okay, that looks okay for now. Yeah, I was going to have Corsair do FP1, but let me have, since this is his first race here, we will have Jack go out and do his first FP1. As long as Jack doesn't crash in his first race weekend, I will be happy with that performance. Wow, he's actually outperforming Alex. Now, it could just be the setup, but no, he's actually closing that gap.
We've just had a car run wide.
Verstappen running wide. Do they have identical times? Oh, okay. It looked like they had identical times there for a second. Oh, this is interval. This is to the leader. All right, so... Oh, wow. Yeah. All right, Jack is much closer to Alex's pace than Nicky was at the moment. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Do we let the veteran in the first car take the lead? Or do we let the upstart young gun take the race? All right, so Jack's got his feedback here. Courtesy of having a better engineer. Okay, so actually not that far off here. Not that far off at all. Let me move that a little bit closer there. Okay, we're going to try this for now. Tires. I wonder if I put them out on inters, what would happen?
Okay.
Oh, Alex's feedback is done. Just okay. Let's take a look at that. Good. Okay, well, that doesn't help at all. We'll move that way. Everything's just moved over a little bit just to see which direction is the right direction. So there goes Jack. All right, Jack's got his feedback. We'll bring him on in and we'll take a look. How are we looking? How are we looking? Not great. All right, so we went in the wrong direction with the rear wing angle here. You want to be going that way. And then we want to be going this way. Kitties. My kitties are fighting. Which way do we want to go? I think that's okay like that. All right, so this way we went right and it was only still on good. And this way we went right and was only still on good. So we'll go the opposite ways to see. Okay, we'll take a look at that. So now waiting on Alex's last feedback. Hopefully we'll get it in. And while we're on the top of Alex, I don't understand why the guy gets so much hate. You know, he drove a shit car in the Williams at Spa all the way back into the points. And the guy gets so much hate. But Sergio Perez starts P2. His teammate starts P15. And Max beats him by 17 seconds. And Perez gets all the praise in the world. I don't understand that. I really don't. So somebody will have to explain that to me. Why Perez gets praised for finishing 17 seconds behind his teammate. after starting 13 positions ahead, when we all know that if that was Alex or Pierre Gasly in the car, everybody would be talking shit about him. So I really don't understand that. Some of you Albon haters will have to explain that to me, because I just don't get it. But I don't know. I thought Alex had a pretty good weekend at Spa. The Aston Martins were quicker. Vettel managed to get out in front of him, but he was still able to hold up Stroll. So I don't think some people were using the excuse that car's slippery in the straights. I don't see that as an excuse because Vettel managed to get by him. Ocon managed to get by him. Verstappen managed to get by him. The Red Bulls are crazy in the straights, but I don't hear that excuse every time Perez or Max drive well. So I think there's too many Drive to Survive fans out there weighing in on Twitter that probably need to turn their phones off until Drive to Survive new season comes out in April. So you guys just turn off your phones, stay off social media, and in April when Netflix releases the new Drive to Survive, turn on your phones again, and then you guys can watch it and then turn it off as soon as you're done, because the rest of us really don't want to hear your opinions. But anyway, I'm not trying to be toxic or butthurt or anything like that, just because Alex is my favorite driver. But I thought it was a good race anyway. So we will keep these guys on the same setup. We will put Jack on the mediums, and we will do the same with Alex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since these setups are untested, okay, so we got this to turn from bad to great, so that's good. And we'll even take a look at this. Nothing yet. Okay. So we'll run them on those setups there.
Radio check. Copy, radio check.
Okay. But anyway, yes, back to the Perez talk. I think Perez is a solid driver. He benefited in 2020 from driving a pink Mercedes. That car won the championship the year before and was still the third fastest car on track in 2020. So I think that made him look a lot better. Last year, he was still finishing 30, 40, 50, even a minute behind Max in some races, and he was getting praised for it. I didn't really understand that. Gasly and Albon finished a minute behind Max as well, and they both got a hate. And then this year, obviously, when Max didn't know how to drive the car yet, Perez looked good. But, now he's starting to feel that second driver effect. The car's built for Max. Pierre and Alex obviously weren't really... That car didn't suit their driving style, and now they're developing the car to not suit Checo's driving style, and he's feeling the same thing that they felt. But still, people are defending him and for giving the same subpar performances. Yeah, he's had a few decent performances this year early on, but I haven't seen anything too amazing out of him lately. Finishing where he's supposed to be finishing. Max is winning races by 30 seconds. So yeah, I would expect Checo to finish P4, P3. That's the least. Well, the least he should be doing is finishing P2, but he's still coming in P4, P3 at some races. So again, somebody will have to explain that to me. I don't understand how that is the product of a quote-unquote really good driver. I think he's just a solid number 2 driver. I don't think he's anything special. He's been in F1 for 11 years now. I think he should be finishing closer to Max than that. But again, I look at the results and I look at the driving. And I'm not saying that Alex is an amazing driver. He is a good driver. He is a good, solid driver. Even in the best car, obviously, I don't think he's a championship driver, but that's not why he's my favorite driver. I'm not disillusioned enough to think, holy crap, okay, we have a 95% setup confidence here. We might just have to change up a couple things a little bit here and there. Maybe that will make us over to optimal. Okay. Yeah, I'm not disillusioned enough to think that Alex is a World Drivers Championship kind of driver, you know. I think in the fastest car, he might have a chance at winning the WTC, but he's not a Max Verstappen who can take the second or third fastest car and go out and win races and possibly win the WTC. But yeah, I feel like a lot of Checo fans feel that way about Checo, like just because he's their favorite driver, that he's the most amazing driver on the planet or something. And I just feel like the results this year don't back that up, or the results last year, or even the year before that. You know, his win at Bahrain came from Max and Leclerc DNFing and Mercedes screwing up their pit strategy. And then his win at Baku came after Max's tire blew out randomly on the straight, and then Hamilton screwed up his brake bias on the safety car restart. And then his win at Monaco came because the Williams wouldn't let the Ferraris pass, and the Ferraris had absolute shit strategy. So I don't think any of his wins have come from merit so far. I think he's had a lot of luck. And even that race at Silverstone this year, when he came back onto the podium to, what was it, P2 maybe? If it wasn't for that late safety car, he wouldn't have made it that far up the grid. And yeah, I know he got into an incident at the beginning of the race, but you know, that's what driving aggressively does. You know, he tried to squeeze Leclerc, and yeah, Leclerc might have dived in there a little bit foolishly, but Perez could have let him go and continued on with his race, but he decided to aggressively block, which he does quite a lot. And you saw that later on in the Silverstone race as well. So yeah, I feel like Perez is probably one of the most overrated drivers on the grid right now. And I'm not just saying that because he took Albon's seat. Like I said, I don't think Albon's an amazing driver or anything like that. But Perez's finishes just don't back up that argument. I think Max is an amazing driver. I think Leclerc is an amazing driver if he can stop making mistakes on track all the time. He's just a little too inconsistent, constantly crashing and ruining his own races. Quite literally, when he probably should have been winning the races, like France, any Monaco race, Baku 2019. So I think Leclerc has the pace. I think he just needs to calm down a bit. I think Lewis Hamilton, he's getting older now. He's not what he was like 5 years ago. Having the fastest car in the grid definitely helped. I think we're going to go with this setup here. Okay. I'm messing up my setups now because I'm talking about F1. But yeah. That's my opinion of Perez right now.
Okay. Feels good. Copy.
What are we looking like? 94. No, we'll revert back here. Okay, I think I need to do something about these wings. Like that. Like that. Could that be okay? There we go. All right. I think Mick Schumacher is overrated as well. I was never a big fan of his before he came into F1. Not that I don't like the kid. I love the kid. I just don't think he's got that killer instinct like his dad, like Max Verstappen, like all of the great past champions. And he had 2 decent races before the summer break, and everybody was talking him up like he was the next Max Verstappen. And I was like, that was 2 races where he performed good. That is it. You know, there have been over a dozen races so far this year, and he has not performed well. Okay, so that's it for FP2. I'm just talking. I went on Twitter the other day, and I just saw a whole bunch of crap from a whole bunch of fans that probably don't know much about racing, and it just kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Thank you for joining us here.
All right, so here we are, FP3. I do, however, think Daniel Ricciardo is not at his best anymore, and he needs to leave McLaren. I don't know if he's really fit for F1 anymore at this point. You know, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and we don't know how that car is running. But I know that McLaren do like to throw everybody under the bus. Back when they were paired with Honda and the car was absolute shit, they blamed everything on Honda, even though when they switched it over to the Renault engines, they improved a little bit, but that's because they improved the aero on that car. But that car was still not that great, and they tried to blame everything on Honda, and I think they're doing the same exact thing this year. Yeah, Ricciardo's probably not at his best, but I think the car's not at its best. I mean, you've seen some races where Lando's finishing like P15 as well, you know. I think some of the races where Lando finish well, those tracks have suited the car, and I think Lando's had a little bit of luck. But we've seen Lando perform terribly in that car as well. So I don't think it's all on Daniel, even though I do think Daniel's dropped into form a little bit. But that car doesn't seem to be that great this year. And I love that Alonso's still butthurt about McLaren days with Hamilton. You can tell he does not get along with Lewis. He does not like Lewis, and I think every opportunity he can, he takes a jab at Lewis, just like he did on the team radio at Spa a few days back. But as much as I hate that cattiness, I still enjoy his team radio, so I don't really want him to stop. All right, Jack's done. We've got his feedback here. Let's take a look at the setup. 97%. Okay, do we really want to mess with this? We can probably mess with it a little bit. I don't know. Let's just do that. We have little things that we can do. Let's go back. Let's go back out on the mediums. All right, that's enough F1 talk for now. I don't want to. I'm trying to gain fans, not push them away. I don't hate Checo, by the way. I honestly think he is overrated. I don't think he's finished. I don't think he's finished a race this year on merit where I was like, wow, that was an astonishingly good race. You know, he did get screwed at Jeddah. He qualified well. Probably should have won that race, and that safety car kind of screwed him over. So I'll give him that. All right, we are at 97% again. Can we mess with this? I'm just going to mess with this a little bit. And see if that helps. So yeah, there have been a few races this year where I was like, yeah, that was a very, very good drive. But nothing that he's done in 2021 or 2022 has made me think, you know, obviously I think he's a huge upgrade from Albon and Gasly, but I don't think he is the savior that everybody's making him out to be. Yes, he held up Lewis Hamilton in a whole bunch of races last year, but that's because he was so far back that Lewis Hamilton pitted and came out behind Perez, you know? So it's not like he was able to hold Lewis Hamilton off on pace. He just happened to be so far back that when Lewis came out of the pits, Perez was able to hold him back, you know. So again, not hating on the guy, just going based off of performance, and he hasn't done anything that has made me go, yes, he is really deserving of all the praise that he's getting. Like I said, he is an obvious upgrade, tire management king, but on pace, he's not that quick. He's got his strengths and his weaknesses. And yeah, race pace just isn't one of his strengths. He's able to extend tire stints long enough to where he can help Max, but like I said, he's not winning races on merit, and he's not really that close to Max. Other than earlier in the year when Max didn't really have a handle on the car. Ferrari, I don't even want to get started on Ferrari. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I watched the Jolyon Palmer analysis today, and Jolyon, he said he understood why Ferrari came in to try and snap up that fastest lap point, but I really did not think that it was worth it, and obviously did not work out well for them. All right, I can't really fix this, so we will just revert back to the 97%. I'm gonna run out the rest of this. I'm gonna run out the rest of this free practice because I don't want to wear out. Yeah, there's only 5 minutes left anyway.
Yeah,
I think Ferrari need to get rid of Mattia Binotto. Ever since he took over, that team has been really in bad shape. You know, starting with Seb leaving the year that Seb left, or the year that Leclerc came in and Seb left. I think Binotto really needs to leave, and they really need to get some strategists in there. Some strategists or some 16-year-old kids on Twitter that watch Drive to Survive. I think even those kids can manage a race better than whoever is doing it at Ferrari at the moment. I didn't expect this to turn into an F1 review video, but there's just so much downtime during these practice sessions that I just feel the need to talk. All right, so that's it for FP3. Albin finishes P15 and Jack doing P18. This is probably going to be a long video of me just bitching and moaning about how I'm still butthurt that Alex lost his Red Bull seat to Perez. That's what it's going to sound like. And yeah, a little bit is that. I'll admit it. But again, like I said, I still don't think Perez is really all that great. Okay, so how many tires do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Alex. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Jack. We will go out, manage qualifying. I'm still not sure if I'm going to include all of that in there yet anyway, so. Okay, so we will send out Alex because he seemed to be quicker in most of those free practice sessions. And we will send out Jack. And we'll just kind of speed through these first few laps here. I guess we'll just do 16x. Zhou Guanyu's really catching up to us. Wow, okay, so Doohan's not that far up. Speaking of Zhou Guanyu, man, I really underestimated that guy this year. I thought he was just a pay driver from China, an F1 publicity stunt to get more viewership in China. But holy crap, he's had a lot of bad luck this year. Otherwise, I think he'd have a lot more points than he currently does. Okay, so we'll put new tires. Why is it taking so long for Doohan to reconfigure? Oh man, Jack's not going to get a second lap in, or a third lap in, I should say. Yeah, but Zhou Guanyu has really surprised me this year. Okay, I don't know why that took so long for it to reconfigure new tires on his car. Are we going to get Alex in and out on time? One minute 30. Okay, so we should probably send him out right at 3 minutes. We're gonna get caught up in the back, aren't we? And K-Mag coming back and having a stonking good start to the season. I think if he was a little bit less aggressive on lap 1 and didn't lose his front wing so many damn times on the first lap, he'd probably have a whole bunch more points as well. But that's enough of that. We're going to focus on qualifying right now. We're close to qualifying. Doohan's just got kicked out. Album's right on the cusp. Darn. Did Doohan just make it through? No way. Oh my god, that was so close. Alright, I thought Jack Doohan was going to make it out of Q1 on his first race. Alright, so Jack Doohan, P16, Alex starting P18. That was crazy. All right, so it looks like we're clearly faster than the Aston Martins. Wow, there wasn't much between these two. 0.04 of a second. And Mick sandwiched in between. All right, I suppose since Jack qualified ahead, I should prioritize his race. Let's take a look at this. Easy one stop. Easy one stop. We'll do mediums to hard for both. 97% confidence for both cars. That's nice. Okay. They're starting right behind each other as well on the grid.
Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Okay, we can easily overtake. Yes, okay.
All right. Albin loses a position, or Jack gained a position. No, okay. Dang. Whoa. What was that? Did we have an incident on track? Why did everybody just stop there for a second?
Is that a new race position for Haas?
All right, so Doohan's made his way up to P... Okay, never mind. Back down to P16. Stick with him for a bit. There is enough of a gap in front of Mick that should allow us to overtake. Push it to the limit. Jackie boy, come on. Darn. Okay. We'll go back down. Albin back here. Fighting with the Aston Martins. How did Alonso get into P20? Or did he have grid penalties? Come on. We were clearly faster than the Aston Martins in qualifying. All right, so again, we're going to ride on board for a few laps here. Hopefully, we can overtake some positions right at the beginning before DRS is enabled. Well, so much for that. All right, so we're in a bit of a train right now. Some gaps here and there, but it looks like we'll be stuck in a DRS train here behind Mick. Jack might be able to overtake, though, if I give him that. Can do that. There we go. All right, we just won one position back. Jack's doing a really good job so far in the first few laps here. Alex stuck behind the Aston Martins. I just hope that his low overall doesn't cause him to crash out during the race like Latifi always did. But so far, he's off to a much better start than Latifi's ever been in any race. So he does have Mick nipping at his heels. Although Vettel just overtook Mick there. Can we push a little bit close up to Yuki here? Get some DRS off of him to defend with. Mick really wanting that position back. All right, so Albin just... Whoa. Albin just overtook a whole bunch of cars. Okay. All right, here. We have an opportunity here to overtake Mick. If we can get within DRS. Do we get DRS? We do. Perfect. But he does as well. Hopefully him battling with Jack doesn't slow them both down, and then we start losing contact to Yuki up here. I don't believe I added on any new parts for this race, so this should be the same car. I will have him not fight teammate unless Jack is obviously slower. All right, let's sit back, harvest some battery. We do have Alonso right behind us, who will probably inevitably pass us anyway because he is a lot quicker. All right, let's give Jack a few laps here to try and take that position back before we allow Alex by.
Haas with an overtake there.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on them on the big map here. Jack was able to get out in front again.
Further rain expected.
Oh man, I would have started on softs. I didn't even check the weather again. Why am I such an idiot? So we're expecting rain in about 4 or 5 laps. It's gonna get heavy by about lap 14. What are we? Yeah. Holy cow. Okay. I might just pit onto the full wets right away. Can we get by? Can we get by? Off with you. Deploy. Get out in front of us.
Use the rest.
Copy, copy.
You know what? Might as well kill these tires if it's going to start raining anyway.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
Copy.
And we'll go push.
Copy.
23 seconds off the leaders right now. We've got a train behind us as well. All right, Jackie boy. Looks like you don't have the pace. Let's see if we can get Alex out in front.
Okay, back off.
Copy.
Let's harvest with Alex a little bit.
Coast by 1 level.
Yes.
Use some fuel here to make up for that pace. I'm just going to manage this until it starts raining, because once it starts raining, there's going to be really no chance to overtake.
Okay, max saving, max fuel saving.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we have a good little battle going on here, and we still haven't lost too much time. Still only 3 seconds behind Joke on you there. So if we can get Alex out in front, maybe with his better pace, he might be able to close down that gap eventually if Alonso doesn't pass us here, which he does. Oh, I don't really like how inaccurate those gaps are.
Alpine just advanced.
All right, close back up. We can't afford to lose DRS here. No soup for you. There we go.
More rain is coming,
Okay, what did I say? Lap 14, it's going to get heavy.
so it's raining. Just watch out.
Copy.
Just do lifting coast.
Copy.
Might as well use up these tires.
You go push. Go push.
Copy.
All right. What are we looking like? Yeah. Okay, we should probably just get on the wets right away.
Box.
I'm hoping that most teams will box for inters and waste
Box in this lap.
waste a pit
Yes,
stop
okay, box.
going on to inters. What are they going on to? Oh, nope. Everybody's going on to full wets right away. Okay. Oh, crap. Yeah, go easy.
Tires aren't really coming down.
Go easy
Roger.
on this first lap.
You can afford to drop back.
Okay, copy.
Darn. Okay. Well, so much for that. All right, let's just manage it from here. So, because it's not full wet weather yet, pushing on the wets will just make your tires overheat. So, we'll go a little bit lighter. All right, so we did jump a whole bunch of positions there via pitting much earlier. Is everybody on the wets now? Yes, everybody's on the wets now. And it looks like it will stay heavy pretty much till the end of the race. Possibly change on the inters at the end, but we will speed it up now. Okay, we can go on to standard push on the tires, as it is now wet enough to do so. We might as well harvest while we have a bit of a gap to Joe behind us. Doan's now up to P14. Alex is P17 still. Okay, that is good. Can we use that to overtake Stroll now? I don't know if we can on a wet track. Alright, Jack. Is there anybody you can overtake? No, not really. Just take it easy for now. You overtake Stroll. Come on, he's absolute trash. We can do this.
Check the DRS.
Copy.
Wow, that was quick. We blew through that really quick. And now Joe is right on our tail. Stroll is really slow. Alright, you know what? Might as well start harvesting battery now. Alright, Doan's closing the gap to Vettel. That's good. Albon just overtook Stroll. Okay, that works out.
And there's an overtake from Williams. Let's take a
Yeah,
close
let's
look.
watch it.
Now watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon.
I'm surprised Stroll didn't just close the door without looking at his mirror. Alright, good move, Alex. Let's go. Let's go. Let's finish this race. We'll slow it down a bit. Jackie boy now a few tenths behind Vettel.
Let's see what happened there. Now,
What happened?
see
What
the
happened? What happened?
Williams here.
Jack.
They spun the car. What a disaster.
Jack. Come on, man. You're doing so well. Alright, well. If Alex catches up to Jack, then we will let
With a
Alex
great
by.
overtake.
We'll make it equal here. Everybody's on equal footing. Let's see if Alex can catch back up to him just on pace. 3.3. Zhou Guan Yu closing in now. Yeah, Alex not really able to make any headway here. Although it's probably because he's fighting Joe behind. Jack is starting to fall back from Norris now as well. We are pretty, you know, we're not far off from the points here. Albon's starting to close the gap a little bit. Now under 3 seconds. Is Joe going to be able to get by us here? Alright, so yeah, like I said, if Alex catches up to Jack, then we will just have Alex pass him. There we go.
Alfa Romeo just
Oh, Jack's starting to fall back a little bit now. Tires at 76 and 73.
looks like that was a position gain
Joe
for
overtook
Alfa
us there.
Romeo.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do much here. Can we use overtake a little bit? Yeah, I don't get this. When Jack is in front of Albin, Jack goes slow. And then when Albin's in front of Doohan, Albin goes slow. Huh. Track is getting damp. Alright, well, it's going to get... Yeah, what do we want to do here? Do we want to...
increase, please?
Do we want to switch on to inters, or do we want to just stay? I'm going to have to follow. If I see anybody pitting, then I will pit. But for now, I think I'm okay here, like this. I just don't think we have the pace, even in the dry, to really stay with these guys, much less the wet. Everybody's still on the wets. Do we want to risk it? Nah, it's still too wet. Although maybe right here, lap 45.
Update, level 0 drain around the track. Okay.
Won't push so hard so that our tires don't overheat. Let's see if we can get in front of Vettel here. Okay, lap 45. If that is below 1 millimeter, I might change on to... dries. Or if I see anybody pitting here. I don't think we're gonna do... We're not gonna get close to scoring points, but we may... We may benefit here from a good
Alpha Tower
tire
gets the
strategy.
place.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring him in. Bring him in for softs. Should be able to hang on to the end, right? I'm gonna bring Alex in as well. Might as well. Let's take a gamble. We're so far behind anyway. Did anybody else come in? Nope, everybody else is still on the... Everybody else is still on dries.
Dry. Okay, copy.
I think there's been a lockup.
Everybody's still on wet tires. Yeah. Are we gonna be able to gain a bunch of positions?
That's a stonking lap.
Dang.
Okay, we want to increase lift and coast.
I really thought that would have worked out pitting early onto dries, but maybe not. How did Jack end up 30 seconds behind us? Did he make a mistake? We made it one position. All right, we made up another position. I don't think we're going to catch Tsunoda there, though.
Position just gained by Williams.
Nah, what's the point? We're barely... We're
Max Verstappen over the finish
okay.
line
Oh, well, that was sad. I was really hoping that with the changeable weather there, we'd be able to make a bit of a risky call and somehow help us find some positions. But we only made it back up to P17 there, so good start to the race for Jack Doohan. He managed to make up a bunch of positions and moved up a bit. I think he was up to like 14th or 15th at some point. But towards the end there, at the end of that wet stint, we just could not hang on, and then he somehow finished 30 seconds behind Alex. So that's quite too bad, but it's a good debut race for him. We're still P9 in the constructor standings. Alex is still P16. Jack is P21, even though Nicky does not belong to a team right now. But still a good debut performance for Jack Doohan. And I think in the next episode, we're going to run Théo Pourchaire in FP1. So I think this is just how it feels running a backmarker team like this. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you think I've earned it, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If I made fun of your favorite driver today, well, deal with it, man. That's just... people talk shit all the time. Don't worry about it. But yeah, remember to eat your bok choy. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Just, all right, stay tuned for the next video. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.